this oral tradition was passed down. It is said when Genghis Khan went to India, he looked at the first library that he had seen in Kashmir. And he asked, what is that? He asked his minister, what is that? His minister said, my lord, that is a library. What is such a thing? He said, a library is a place where the storehouse of knowledge. It is where all the books are kept. He said, what book is greater than the Quran? Burn it down. It is said that that library burned for about 40 days. However, the Kashmiri Pandits, just to show you the greatness of our tradition, the Kashmiri Pandits, instantly, as all of this began to burn, all of the scribe, all the books began to burn. They started penning right after. Can you imagine that? The amount of verses that need to be penned by the Vedas. If you look at the Vedas, the 4 Vedas, maybe if you stack them this side, and the Kashmiri Pandits were able to retain that. Why? Because they had a strong oral tradition in which everything was very regimented. They can take a mantra, turn it backward, give it to you again. Take part of a mantra, break it up, bring it to the front. Because they were so versed in it. Can you imagine such magnitude to happen to this country today? In which all of their systems are down? I think everyone would be lost. If you have a storehouse of knowledge, but where is the true storehouse of knowledge? Not to say that books don't have any relevance. Books have immense relevance. But the true storehouse of knowledge resides within each and every one of you. And if you're able to invoke the blessings of that Divine Mother, Saraswati, then she gives you undue, limitless greatness. What do we say when we welcome the Vyas? That I am only a representative of the Vyas, but the true Vyas Muni is who? Namastute Vyas Vishal Buddhi Pular Vindrayat Patra Netram Yena Tvaya Bharat Tel Purnam Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipam. That true Vyas has limitless knowledge. That true Vyas is a light wherever he goes. And who is that Vyas? That Vyas is Bhagavan Sri Krishna, who is incarnated for the welfare of all of us, to give us that knowledge, to give us the Agamas and Nigamas, to give us the Vedas, to give us the Puranas. And it is said that we drink through each and every one of these kathas. Every Purana has a particular katha, or we like to colloquially call it story. However, it is not just a story. Katha is encapsulated within it, is immense amounts of philosophy. And according to the Bhagavatam, what does it say? Nigam kalpataro galitam palam sukhamukhamritam bhava sanyutam pivat bhagavatam rasalayam muhurho rasika bhumi bhavukam. That through the ears we drink the sweetness of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And who is Krishna? That supreme truth. That supreme truth on which this entire cosmos rests upon. That supreme truth at the time of death becomes Yamraj. And that supreme truth, who is within each and every one of the Grihastis, the sustainers of society. If you do not perform your task of passing on the knowledge that you have, or sending your children to the places where they can receive that knowledge to perpetuate your dharma, then sadly we are failing to perform our duty. Immortality. It is why each and every one of us is here tonight. Because that great man who was once called Lal Maharaj, Lal Beharry Sharma, he passed on great values to his children. But what did he also do? He taught all of those around him. Many of his wife's side, my dear grandmother Surasati Sharma, many of her brothers and brothers' children were taught by this great man. Perhaps not her brother, but her brother's children were taught by this great man. And many of the pundits, even today, would remember that name. Why? Because we all have a part to play in that. We give relevance to that great man's name because we are perpetuating that immortal, sacred knowledge that was passed down from time immemorial. From Brahma himself, Brahma Jagyanam Pratamam Purustat Visimita Surucho Vinava Subuddhihina Upamanasya Vishwa Satascha Yonim Satascha Viva. That time immemorial, that knowledge is passed on to us. And we have taken it upon ourselves as duty. As you know, many of us pundits, if not all of us, have full-time jobs. Why? Because sometimes we are unable to perform our task that we can be able to do without it for family, for professional reasons. But at the same time, we were told by our ancestors that you can go and perform any task. But remember, being born Brahmin or Pandit is to be able to seek knowledge. And the second goal behind it is to disseminate knowledge. Today, as we look around the world, just to touch on Pitris, since this yajna is surrounding our Pitris. When we perform Sraddh, many a time people ask the question, what is the purpose of performing the Sraddh? That how do we know that we are giving all of these things to our ancestors? Well, Sraddh comes from the Sanskrit word Shraddha. What is Shraddha? Shraddha is faith. We have the utmost faith and fervent belief that everything that we are offering, according to our Shastra, what is Shastra? Shastra is law. And what is the purpose of law? Law should be followed. If law is not followed, then there is complete chaos within the world, within that community, within that area. But once you follow Shastra, and you follow it along with the love and devotion that it deserves, then it brings immense amount of joy. At the time of Pitri Paksh, many people say they can't perform prayers, XYZ. No. Many of the pundits will agree with me. You perform your regular prayers that you do every morning, midday and afternoon if you do all of those. However, you don't engage in new business or anything like that. That time is specially set aside. It is said that the blessings of the Pitris, that there is no comparable blessing like the blessing of the Pitris. That even the Devatas, you may pray to the Devatas, but the blessings of the Pitris are powerful. Ancestors' blessings should be so. Mother and father blessings should be so. Because it is paramount to be even the Devatas. What does Bhagavan Chandra say? He says that even if I'm to be accepted, that would be okay. But if your Guru is accepted, then no one can. So, the people that we ought to pay reverence to, that I pay reverence to tonight, my dear mother, my dear father, and my grandmother, grandfather, Tulsinand Kishore Sharma, Lakshmi Sharma, on my mother's side, and Ravi not here physically with us, may the blessings of this yajna bring immense amounts of happiness to wherever they are. And may it also bring immense amounts of happiness to all of you who have come here to join in making it a success. To those great people, Raghunath Maharaj, all of those people, may their blessings be at this yajna, and may those who have really taken their own hands, if you look at our hands on the tips of our fingers, on the palms of our hands, and on our wrists, may their hands, whoever is to do anything for this yajna, may they always be blessed. May their lives be blessed. May their children's lives be blessed. And may they continue this great tradition, because we should always have that higher purpose involved in anything that we do. But more so when we deal with things for our ancestors, we should have the utmost love, respect and honor for that. And truly, not only will they be immortal, but you will also become immortal. So today, with such pride, I say it not in an egotistical way, but with such pride that I say that I'm proud to be born in such circumstance. But it is said by our sastras, by Srimad Bhagavad